Good day, ma'am. Today we will presenting our outcomes in nutrient cycle using the 1620 fertilizer or the ammonium phosphate. Our specimen is the water lily or the Nymphaea alba, and this is the water lily with 1620 fertilizer or the ammonium phosphate, and this is the water lily without the 1620 fertilizer or without the ammonium phosphate. For further more discussion after this video, we will be discussing differences between with 1620 fertilizer or with ammonium phosphate and without the 1620 fertilizer or without the ammonium phosphate. This is the data we collected over the 2 weeks of simulation with a 3 days interval of checking the parameters. So this is the parameters of without the 1620 fertilizer or without the ammonium phosphate. In day 1, the pH level is 7.22, the temperature is 26.6, and the leaf has a 12 leaf, and the longest leaf is 8.4 centimeter, and the salinity is 294 part per million. So in part per thousands, it is 0.294. So let's jumps into the outcomes, which is the day 15. The pH level from 7.22 decreases up to 7.14, and temperature in degrees Celsius from 27.6 increase into 27.9. The leaf is from 12 leaves to 14, and from the 8.4 centimeters increase into 8.6 centimeter. And salinity from 0.294, it becomes 0.296 in parts per thousand. So this is the data of with 1620 or with ammonium phosphate. From day 1, the pH levels 7.66, and the leaf is 10, and the size of the longest leaf is 8.7 centimeter with a temperature of 28 degrees Celsius, and the salinity is 293 in ppm, and in ppt is 0.293. So let's jump into the 15th day or the last day of simulation. The pH level increases from 7.66 up to 8.09 pH level, and the leaf is from 10 to 16, so it increase of 6 leaves. So from the longest leaf is from 8.7 centimeter, it becomes 10.3 centimeter. And temperature from 28 degrees Celsius, it becomes 29.29 degrees Celsius. And salinity from 293 ppm or 0.293 ppt, it becomes 302 ppm or 0.302 ppm.
Difference between fertilizer and non-fertilized section. The fertilizer section with ammonium phosphate showed constantly a higher and faster plant growth than the non-fertilized section. The leaf count increased from 10 to 17 over in 15 days compared to 12 to 14 in the control. The leaf length increased more noticeably in the fertilized setup. In pH, in the fertilized section showed slightly upward trend due to the presence of the ammonium phosphate, increasing from 7.66 to 8.9. In contrast, the controlled experienced gradually declined pH from 7.22 to 7.14, likely due to the natural respiration and decomposition releasing acid. In temperature, it only changed in temperature change only minimally in both sections, indicating that the temperature was not significantly affected by the nutrient concentration. In salinity, increased slightly in both sections, but the fertilized section showed slightly greater increase because the added fertilizer contributed to the total dissolved solid. So overall, the fertilized system exhibited faster growth, higher pH, and slightly higher salinity than the control.
Nutrient cycling process. Nutrient cycling involves movement, formation, and reuse of essential elements such as nitrogen and phosphorus within an ecosystem. So, in this experiment, ammonium phosphate acted as the nutrient input. Plants absorb the nitrogen and phosphorus to support growth. Excess nutrients dissolve in the water, influencing pH and salinity. Some nutrients return to the system through decompositions of plants' materials or microbial activity. The process demonstrated how nutrients move between abiotic components, water, sediments, fertilizer, and biotic components, plants, and microorganisms.
Effects of nutrient addition on plant growth, pH, and other factors. Adding ammonium phosphate produced observable effects. Plant growth. Faster leaf production and longer leaves occurred in the fertilized setup. Nutrients enhance photosynthesis and biomass accumulation. pH level. pH increased slightly because phosphate fertilizers can raise alkalinity. Controlled setup pH decreased slowly due to respiration and decomposition. Salinity. Fertilizer contributed ions to the water, increasing salinity from 0.293 to 0.302 ppt. Controlled salinity increased only slightly due to natural evaporation and dissolved minerals. Temperature. Minimal changes occurred. Temperature was mostly controlled by the environment rather than nutrient levels.
So what is nutrient cycling in natural ecosystems? Nutrient cycling is essential because it relies on the reuse of elements like nitrogen, phosphorus, carbon, and oxygen. Without cycling, essential nutrients would quickly become depleted. Plant and animal would not survive or grow. Ecosystem productivity would collapse. So nutrient cycling ensures that nutrient flow between organisms, soil, water, and the atmosphere, enabling ecosystem remain functional and productive.
How nutrient cycle maintain balance and support plant growth. Nutrient cycle prevents both depletions and nutrients overload. Plants absorb nutrients for growth. Decomposers break down organic matter, returning to the cells and water. Natural process keep nutrient level equilibrium, avoiding excessive build-up that would cause algal bloom or toxicity. This balance allows plants grow steadily and ensure long-term ecosystem stability.
To visualize the effect of ammonium phosphate, I will show you the differences. So this is the water lily or the Nymphaea alba with the 1620 fertilizer or with the ammonium phosphate. And this is the water lily without the ammonium phosphate or the 1620 fertilizer. So we can see the differences that with ammonium phosphate, it makes the water lily longer roots than the without the ammonium phosphate. Our simulation using the 1620 ammonium phosphate or the nutrient cycle using the ammonium phosphate or the 1620 fertilizer clearly showed that nutrient availability strongly influences plant growth and water chemistry. The fertilized section demonstrated faster growth, higher pH, and slightly increased salinity compared to the control. These differences highlights how nutrients circulate within ecosystem and how added nutrients alter natural conditions. And overall, the nutrient cycling is a vital ecological process that maintains balance, support plant development, and ensures a steady supply of essential elements in both natural and artificial environments. The activity demonstrates the importance of responsible nutrient management in sustaining a healthy ecosystem and biodiversity.